Hi, I'm Mia and I'm here with Miss Socorro. Hi, Miss Socorro.
Hi, how are you?
I'm here interviewing you about National Assistant Principals Week.
Okay.
So, how is it like to be assistant principal?
Being an assistant principal is definitely a job that every day is completely different than the day before. It's great working with kids and their families and in a school setting to help everyone grow and do better and learn. So it's an exciting job, and no 2 days are alike.
What are some important duties you have as an assistant principal?
Well, my most important duty as an assistant principal is to make sure that our school is safe and that every child is safe, whether it's at school or at home. So definitely safety is the most important. After safety, it would be learning. So make sure that the teachers have the resources that they need to reach their students have the resources that they need to learn. And the last part, which is probably the most fun, is to make sure that you guys are all having a full experience as a student. So it's not just about being safe and it's not just about learning, but it's also about having opportunities to do interviews like this or clubs or sports or different creative outlets. So I would say that's probably the most fun part of my job. That's very important that I keep track of and make sure that we have everything that makes you guys a whole person.
Describe your leadership style.
Oh, so my leadership style is definitely called it's servant leadership. So what that means is that it comes from a place where most of my leading is in helping and support. So I'm never here to to be leading from the front. I kind of lead along with my team. They're part of every decision that we make. We work together to figure things out. And you're more of a resource and a coach than, let's say, like a boss that's telling you what to do. So that's the leadership style that I've landed on after being an assistant principal for so many years. That really works well with my values as a human being, and also the needs of my community.
What makes an effective team player?
Um, an effective team player is coachable. So every team is different, and what a team needs is always going to be different depending on its players. So if you have lots of strengths, right, you're always going to play off your strengths. Like that's what you want to bring to the front. I'm not going to worry about what I'm not so good at. I'm going to worry about what I'm really good at because this is my expertise. But you and I, let's say we're good at the same thing, but there's one thing that you're better at and there's one thing that I'm better at. We're going to focus on those things to complement each other. So being coachable and adaptable and being able to make those changes, I think are the most important tool you could have to be on a team. That way, everybody kind of fills in the gaps so that everyone can be successful.
What challenges have you faced in your career?
Education is a career that's always changing. So being an assistant principal 20 years ago is very different than being an assistant principal today. So I think the biggest challenge is to stay current with what's going on in your current climate. To read the research and to read the books and to listen to the podcasts and to keep up with what's important and what do kids need now. So when I was a student in fifth grade, we learned how to type and we learned how to save things on a floppy disk, which I don't even think you probably know what that is. Your save icon is a floppy disk, and we used to save on a floppy disk. Nowadays, as an assistant principal, it makes no sense for me to buy a school of floppy disks, for example. I'm buying USBs or I'm buying cloud memory, right? So it's always staying with the times of what's important, what do kids need to learn to go out in the real world and be successful, and staying informed on what are the best things that I should be doing as a leader to help my school succeed.
And what is your greatest accomplishment?
Oof, I don't think I have one. But I think the greatest accomplishment I have felt here at my time at Cove is definitely the relationships that I have with my students. I think, especially since I oversee fifth through eighth grade, we've built a bond over the past 4 years and we have learned how to work together. And I'm someone that, you guys feel comfortable coming to and directly asking me a question or dealing with a situation. And that just helps alleviate any confusion, and it helps me serve you all better because I know what it is that is working or not working, or what you're concerned about or what you love. So I think the greatest accomplishment I've had in the past 4 years here is building those relationships.
Thank you.
Thank you.